Hi, this is my opinion why Angular 2 Plus is the best framework in 2023. I'm a software engineer with experience mainly in front-end. I've been a front-end developer for around 11 years, mostly doing freelance, and I worked with a couple of Angular 2 projects, and I've also developed this web app for taking notes and tasks, managing tasks. And I thought it would be a good idea to share my opinion about Angular 2. So for those who don't know it, Angular 2 was released in 2016 as a successor to AngularJS, and it was built with a strong architectural foundation to ensure longevity and maintainability. This makes it a reliable and robust framework for building web applications that can stand the test of time. So they took the best of AngularJS. AngularJS was popular, but it didn't scale very well from what I read on the internet. I didn't work with it. And they built something more solid, which is called Angular 2. So this Angular 2 is used by Google in important projects like Google Cloud Platform, AdWords, and internal tools. From the conferences that I've watched about Angular, they told the internal developers that they tested it on when they made updates to the Ivy engine for faster rendering. They mentioned that they have hundreds of projects built with Angular. So that's very good. They rely on it and treat it seriously. What I like about Angular 2 is that it doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. It uses separation of concern. It uses JavaScript, TypeScript, to be more precise, CSS and HTML in different files, so it's easy to maintain code and it's easy to start with the framework, so you know. So the files are separated and it's very easy to write CSS. You can write it globally with preprocessors like Sass and less, and you can specify the CSS for only that component so it won't affect the other components. So you can have global styles and particular styles for components. Angular comes with important modules built by default. So they have built Angular router for navigation, the forms module, HTTP module, a module for animation, and they have support for progressive web apps and testing. They also offer server-side rendering with Angular Universal and pre-built support for internalization and localization, which allows you to build applications that can be easily translated into different languages and locales. Another great thing about Angular is its command line interface. With it you can create new projects, manage projects, and update easily to newer versions. You can build native mobile applications for iOS and Android with Ionic, and for desktop applications for Mac, Windows, and Linux can be built with Electron. Another great thing is the constant updates. They come with constant updates and their team members are active on social media and they create videos. I recently saw a new video about signals, which is for reactivity, additional reactivity beyond RxJS, which is used by Angular. And their improvements, I think on version 16 or 17, they added a non-destructive hydration for server-side rendering. So previously when the HTML was rendered on the server, the new HTML which was created by Angular was different, and that caused some changes on the page and didn't look pretty. Then for database, if you're familiar with Firebase, they have a library called Angular Fire, and this this library makes it easy to access the features of Firebase like real-time database, authentication, Cloud Firestore, Cloud Storage, Google Analytics, and hosting. I found it easy to debug. They recently added some improvements on the structure of the code, the compiled one. So when you're developing and add debugger statements and you pause the running of the application through developer tools, you can see the code more easily and you can track it much easier. I found it easy to work with and fun to work with. While I developed this project, I was new to Angular, and during the years, in my free time as a freelancer, I worked on this project and I've also learned and built, and I found it very well, and I'm very happy with the development of Angular, and that's why I'm making this video, because I think it's a great framework and it has great potential. In terms of project size, I think it's best suited for small, medium, and large projects. So if you were working on something very simple, it might not be the best case. In 2023, right now, there are great courses, questions with answers, and article about best practices and solutions, so you can move fast. So this is great because when I first started to use the framework in 2016, right after it was released, or at the beginning of 2017, I remember there were very few resources, no courses, and things were hard and the documentation was not mature. Now it's great. So this was my video about Angular 2, and if you liked it, please give a like, thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and why not write a comment about what you think. It's also something that I've missed or anything else. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.